Live.
That's good to hear. All
Yes.
right, that's good to hear, man. Yeah, we're really about to start the show early here because a lot of things we want to talk about. The thing that and Keith, mute yourself when you're outside, okay?
Yeah, mute yourself, Keith.
Jeez,
Alright.
dude. Jeez, dude. Same,
Unbelievable.
same old Keith. Where's he this? Where is he at this time? There, outside again. There, next to a freeway.
Yeah, the park thing or
Oh
something.
yeah,
No, I'm at Extreme Action Park.
Extreme Maxim Park or what? Is there another park there that you're in?
Yes,
Like a
they have
Six
a bunch
Flags
of
type
Oh,
deal, yeah.
okay. So an amusement
You know
park,
what
I
I'm
see
saying?
yeah,
there. Ah, I see there.
yes.
All right, there. Well, like we said, Wired DM'd me on Skype here, and he figured, let's start the show earlier because he wanted to talk about his call in with Eddie Trunk that I saw yesterday
That and
there.
then a little bit of the Dokken and the AC/DC band and then your Depeche Mode thing.
Yeah, exactly there. We got a lot of the
You got your
music
stream
cover.
set up, Brown?
Yes, I'm streaming right now. I'm live right now
Alright,
as I speak there. Yay.
I'm gonna play Tooth and Nail, the footage I got.
All right, good. All right. And of
And we're
course,
gonna
after
start the
hour,
show.
we'll get Arknolia on the call here later on here,
Yes.
definitely,
Yes.
to talk about the mightiest of the mighty, Motorhead, the conclusion of our Big British 6 series here. All right. Ah, all right there. As you know, Dokken, we came to Texas, I guess around the Dallas area. I forgot what place it was called again. But then again, I never been to Dallas. So
Would you take your time and drive up here just to see that show with me ever?
I would if I was able to get the
It is
day
worth
off.
it because, like, I was reading a thing about it's called the Boys of '79. You ever heard about that?
The Boys is 79. Sounds like a
It's
title for
it's
a
Eddie
movie.
It's Eddie Van Halen, Randy Rose, and George Lynch
I
because
saw that. Yeah, I
they all
saw
came
that.
up in the
Yeah.
same.
Yes, I
I'm
remember. Yeah, I
saying.
saw that there. Like these were one of the three prime guitar players in the L.A. area on the Sunset Strip there. Of course, Eddie would make it big first, followed by Randy Rhoads, and then of course by George Lynch, who still shreds like hell in his age.
He's over there trying to get toned by the amps.
Yep.
His guitar is so loud. I mean, I can hear Don singing, of course. But
Yeah.
look at this good footage I get up close up. Look at this close up coming
It
out.
is. I remember. Yeah.
Eddie Van Halen finger tapping there.
Uh-huh.
Close up. That is a good video right there.
Nice.
right over me.
Damn.
See some of that. How about that, Brown? You want to see some of that Van Halen?
That was awesome. It was. It's good to see know that George Lynch is still out there shredding like a motherfucker that he does. I mean, it's always good. Now, interesting enough, when you called in on Eddie Trunk about that show, Eddie brought up something that's really interesting that got me thinking. Got me thinking a
Play
lot.
that. You want to play that right now?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go. Yeah,
Play that
we
right
got to
now.
get Eddie Trunk on this show. That's for sure. There.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah, then we got to invite him on, to get his take, about the subjects that we're talking about here. All right.
Oh. Special guest, are you with us still? Special guest?
Hello.
Oh, hello.
There you are.
How are you?
Thank you.
There you are.
Please mute.
Sounds like you're in
Please
a concert
mute,
now.
sir.
Couple things real quick. I went to a couple. How you doing, Eddie? Couple things real quick. I went to a couple shows this past week. Dokken was one of them, and AC/DC tribute band. But I want to get into the Dokken show real quick, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Honestly, everyone knows about Don's voice, all of that, and obviously we're not going and seeing 80s Don Dokken. I look at things differently going to these shows. We have the privilege of still seeing these people. I'm a younger guy. I'm probably half your audience's age, but into the rock and classic stuff. So, we have the privilege of seeing these guys live still, especially, like a George Lynch and Don Dokken come back. And they gave us, I don't want to be disrespectful. I don't like, obviously the obvious is there. The voice isn't there. But I don't like, harping on that too much again, because we did get great music from these guys. You know what I mean? That lives on forever. But being there at a concert is totally different than seeing, a video on YouTube or whatever. It's the vibe there. Everyone's singing along with the song. So you kind of know what you're getting. If I for all the audience out there, look at videos before you go to concerts. If you don't want to, when you get there, you're expecting something you don't get. Whether they can do it.
So Jacob, let me just cut to the chase here, and let me see if I'm following what you're saying. We all know that in recent years there has been much made of Don Dokken's voice and how greatly it's fallen off. What you're saying from your experience seeing this show this weekend is that you're okay with it because you're younger and you're just happy to be able to go to the show and see these guys still standing up there doing it in some way. Is that the takeaway I'm getting from you?
Yes, sir. And Dad, I got great video footage. I was front row, and the price, only paid $30. I saw a Guitar
awesome.
God and George Lynch, and got to see him come up with Dokken and all that. So I really appreciate these guys and people, even though if they don't have the voice and they're still doing it. I know you bring that up, still late to the party or whatever. And
what I meant to say was still at the party.
I just look at things different, man. When you.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying, Jacob. And I'm just moving on because I got a ton of calls here. But thank you for calling, and I understand what you're saying. You made your point. It's an interesting take from somebody who's younger, as you said you are. You said you're probably about half the age of my average audience, so that would put you, I guess, somewhere in your mid-20s. I think my average audience is probably between 40 and 55. So I get what you're saying. The counter to that would be you can't destroy your legacy, and you've got to have some semblance of being able to deliver something close to what you once did. I don't think anybody thinks any of these artists who are long into their career are going to sound like they did in their prime. Very few do. There are exceptions. We've talked about it.
Steve
There are the
Pierce,
Robin Zanders and the Sammy Hagars and the Steven Tylers and the Glenn Hugheses of the world. There are a few others that I'm forgetting, but there are the exceptions. But more than not, most have to alter their approach some. And by altering, it might be tuning down, or it might be, but it still sounds pretty good, and they're still up there giving it a go. I think where where Don upsets people, the vocal is what it is, and he will be the first to tell you that it's nowhere close to what he once was able to do. But I think sometimes Don's body language on stage also, and I've heard this from people, also works against him, because they walk away from it, or they look at it as somebody who doesn't appear to be trying very hard. Mm. But that's actually, knowing Don, that's actually not the case. Don has a lot of health issues, and I don't know how many people realize that. He's got problems with his back. He has had procedures and surgeries. He's shown me the x-rays. So then the question becomes, okay, all of those things are going on. Why do you still do it? And that would be a question you'd ask any artist. And for certain artists at a certain level, they don't need to do it anymore. Others, they need to because they need to work. And no matter how good or not good they are, if they can find promoters that will book them and pay them the guarantee, they're going to go out and do it because they got to make a living.
That's true.
Now, when so many questions came out about Bon Jovi on the recent tour and what was going on with him or not going on with him vocally, you certainly can't say, well, John's got to go out there and do it because he's got to make a living. That's absurd. At that level, he does not. He could live 100 lifetimes and not work again. Guy is worth a tremendous amount of money. So you can almost understand why people are saying somebody's got to hook this guy because he's damaging his legacy. To be honest with you, and I'm not saying Don's broke or anything like that, but there are guys that do need to work. And what else can they do if they can't find something else to do? So, look, as long as you go into these things with your eyes wide open, understanding what it's going to be, and make your decisions. Our caller said don't pay attention to the YouTube videos. I don't agree with that, because most YouTube videos are some accurate representation. They're not exact. It's not the vibe of being there, of course.
It's
but
true.
it does tell you who's in the band.
I was talking about like the vibe of the show, way different than watching it on, you know what I'm saying?
YouTube,
like,
on in the old 80s concert
like,
there.
The sound's there, I guess, but like the vibe is different. Like it's different. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
No.
You just have to go to a concert to see.
Exactly,
you know what I mean?
that's true. And Eddie did touch up on a couple of things there. One, the YouTube videos, like Vince Neil, all the massive amount of hate that was directed towards him for his lack of ability to sing on some of the songs like he used to. But keep in mind, the only songs that they pose of him fucking up on his vocals are Dr. Feelgood and Kickstart My Heart. We have yet to see how he does on songs like Home Sweet Home or Looks That Kill or Shout at the Devil or Keep Your Eye on the Money, for example, there. It's just usually those two songs, Kickstart My Heart and Dr. Feelgood. That's what they like to focus on because that's the ones that he's fucking up on. And also, you got to remember, Paul Stanley of Kiss, he got lots of heat because apparently he was lip-syncing during his performances on the last couple Kiss tours that they were doing. But then again, Paul's voice is not what it used to be on some parts. I mean, like he's unable to do the whoa, whoa, whoa in the beginning of Heaven's on Fire. But then again, keep in mind, Stanley had vocal cord surgery, I guess around 2007. I don't know if he didn't allow his vocal cords to heal properly or what it was, or just went on the road, or something just fucked up as a result. But either way, I did a video about that and suggested, maybe Kiss could possibly detune their guitars and songs to possibly, fit in with Stanley's voice. Like, say,
Well,
we all...
speaking of Kiss, I can't
Yeah.
believe you didn't fucking hear about this, but look up it's in Tennessee. It's called Creatures Fest, and
Yeah.
they had, for the first time ever, Vinnie Vincent, Ace Frehley, Peter Criss,
Yeah, I heard about
Bruce
that.
Ku-
Friend of
Bruce
mine...
Kulick.
Mhm.
Look that up because people are pissed off about the Vinnie Vincent performance. They said
really?
it was like a backing track drum.
Oh, really? There, I'm looking at that right
and
now.
then like he started, people weren't even in the doors yet, and
Yeah,
there was an autograph signing, and he
charge a whole lot.
like he took an hour he went to take an hour break, but then he was like, nah, I'm only signing certain items. But then on the
Are you
original thing, it
serious?
was like, yeah, he look it up real quick, see what you can
I'm
find.
doing it right now. Friend of mine...
Creatures Fest, Vinnie Vincent, stuff like that.
That's what I'm
For all
doing
you
right
people
now.
out there, basically, it's an unofficial Kiss festival
Yeah,
in Tennessee called Creatures Fest.
yeah.
It basically has all the other members of Kiss besides the 4 remaining members, Paul,
Exactly.
Gene, and the others. But it's still good, the live performances people really didn't care for. I mean, Ace Frehley was like fucking up because he didn't know it. I mean, he really wasn't on purpose, but it was like the backing tracks were fucking up and shit and all kinds of stuff. So see what you look up on that.
I got it up right now. I got it on sleazerock.com here. Mixed reports on Vinnie Vincent's Creatures Fest performance. Now, a friend of mine named TJ Diaz, she's from Michigan, like I am. She attended that event there. She was able to get photos of herself with Chris.
Are you
Fraley.
serious?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Uh,
And this one looks, she looks like a true rock metal goddess when you look at it. She does. And she's been posting videos, performances, this and that on her Facebook page for the past few days now, because she was really geeked up to see this festival here. Okay, here's the article here. Former Kiss guitarist Vinnie Vincent returned to the live stage yesterday, May 28, 2022 there, at the Creatures Fest, which took place in Nashville, Tennessee, USA, which is where Vincent lives right now. According to Kiss Cast Brazil, Vincent's performance consisted of 1 or 50 minutes of shredding, I Love It Loud, which is a backing track, War Machine with Bruce Kulick, who took over after Vinnie Vincent, or actually took after Mark St. John back in 1984, Deuce with Bruce Kulick and Ace Frehley, and the song Cold Gin with its 2 guys there. Now, reports on Vincent's performance seem to have been mixed, with various people providing their thoughts on Facebook. A man named Dave said, quote-unquote, Vinnie Vincent's show with Ace Frehley and Bruce Kulick, it just ended, and I'm back upstairs. True, you cannot record or take pictures. Wow, that's a dumbass thing to do. I mean, that's a keepsake right there. All 3 Kiss guitar players on the stage together. Yeah, exactly. And they're not allowed to take a picture. What the fuck? They were pretty strict about that. Otherwise, the show was absolutely amazing, at least in my opinion. All throughout the show, you could tell how thankful he was that the audience was enjoying it so much. In the end, he was shaking all the hands that were in reach. Completely amazing show with all 3 guitar players playing old Kiss classics together for the first time ever, and probably the last. I cannot wait until the meet and greet with pictures of Vinnie tomorrow. I am sorry that the only people in attendance were able to experience it, but I'm so thankful that I was able to. Now, Rock and Roll Experience wrote, Creatures Fest jam with Vinnie Vincent, Ace Frehley, and Bruce Kulick. Yeah, they played to a drum track, and yes, it was a train wreck. A dude named Drew, not our Drew here, he wrote, in Nashville, Vincent, Frehley, and Kulick all played together on Deuce Cold
Hey, I got
Gin.
audio of someone that was there.
All right,
Hear
good,
real
good,
quick?
yeah. No photos were allowed. Wow.
Just wanted to start out and get to the controversial character there that Peter did sing and play drums on Rock and Roll with Bruce, and he plays Strange Ways
All right.
with Ace. pushed off knee surgery, so I thought that was awesome. Dixon's lineup, they were very impressive. But to Vinny, wow, it's kind of like the caller said earlier. I think it was about 20 minutes of soloing, and it wasn't even really shredding. It seemed like he was just kind of lost almost for 20 minutes. It
I
wasn't
heard
the
that
normal
a couple
shredding
times.
that we knew from Vinny in the past. Now, the tracks he played with, it was actually the Creatures, I Love It Loud was the first one he actually played to. It was just Creatures in the background, and he played along. Same thing for War Machine when Bruce came out. Yeah, the whole drum.
But hold on, Bill, hold
All right.
on, because here's what I'm trying to grasp. So there was a recorded drum track, but when you do songs like I Love It Loud and War Machine, was there nobody singing them, or was there a pre-recorded vocal track too, or was he singing them?
Well, on those two tracks, it was Gene and Piss. It was the Creatures track. It's just with not I Love It Loud with War Machine. I think there was like an extended solo, but even like the solo in the middle of I Love It Loud, which was the first song Benny did, he was just playing along to the pre-recorded solo.
So there really isn't even a solo in I Love It Loud. There's that little thing,
right,
which Paul Stanley, I think, played. So when that happened, was there like an extended lead break?
No, he did that exact one. In fact, that's the only solo he did in a song. Bruce did War Machine solo, and then Ace did the Cole Gin one, and Deuce as well.
And the vocal was taken from the record?
No, on Cold Gin and Deuce, it was not. That was sang live between the live bass player and Ace. They kind of traded off vocals on that.
Ah.
They were playing to a drum track.
See, here's the other thing, where did the drum track come from? If you know far in advance enough that you need to source a drum track, then why not just get a live human being, especially on that stage, which the whole thing showcases the drums.
Yeah, Peter Criss.
Especially in Nashville, where the greatest musicians in the world live.
Wow.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. I got to tell you this story, and this was made into a couple of vlogs that I did a couple of years back. Vinnie Vincent, after his performance, after his show up at this KISS convention in, I guess, Atlanta, GA, he decided, to make a comeback after being more than 22 years out of the spotlight in hibernation. And apparently what it was is that, I don't know if the guy has mental issues or what. That's what I've been hearing, because he did a lot of crazy.
Well, he's always been kind of mystique and mysterious, and don't you agree with that? He's always been kind of.
That is true,
what I mean?
yeah. But the thing was, there was some commitments that he was supposed to honor. He was supposed to do a couple of comeback shows at this venue or that, and out of the blue, they would just get canceled left and right here, And plus, the charge of admission was too much high, I understand, as well there. And I guess, a lot of people... Go ahead. I thought that was me.
Go ahead.
All right, there. I thought it was me in there in the background. But you also got to remember, Vinnie Vincent has kind of been known as a diva as well there. I mean, remember, apparently there was a performance overseas, in Germany, I think it was, during the Lick It Up tour. Vinny was doing his solo there, which I heard a couple of times. It's kind of way off there at times there. It's like shredding for the sake of shredding. He was taking too long. Paul Stanley gets on the mic, said, "Ladies and gentlemen, Vinny on lead guitar, Vinnie Vincent." Vinnie Vincent walks up to Paul soon afterwards and say, "You bastard, you ruined my spot." And that was it. He was let go from the group right after the show ended. I mean, he had been known to be a diva.
Right.
Yes. And let's not forget, there was a Vinnie Vincent invasion with Mark Slaughter, Robert something there in the beginning there, Dana Strum, and later Bobby Rock, who would later become Slaughter. Slaughter had more success than the Vinnie Vincent project there, when you look at it there. Apparently, the members of Slaughter decided, fuck Vinny, this guy's a Fruit Loop. Let's do our own thing. And Chrysalis, their record label, agreed. Let's do it. Now, Vincent, as you know, has spotted Corey. I don't know if he's going to be doing any other shows. For me, he should have done a straight-up comeback tour at this club, that club, there, all around. That's the way to do it. And don't charge so fucking much, man. Give us a break, you know. You know. But I want to talk about something that...
Keith, are you back? Keith, are you back?
Keith, you there? Probably still muted. Okay, let me see. Let me check there if Keith's still there. Keith? Keith there? I think he may be muted or something like that. I don't know. You know, it's kind of funny, you know. Probably I don't know what the hell fuck Keith is doing right now. There, maybe he says he's still on the call here, but I don't know what it is, man. Maybe I have to re-add him again there. I don't know. But either way, Trunk brought up a good point in that first segment that you played. A lot of these bands need to earn a living, regardless of whether a health condition that they are in, whether their voice is not up to par like it used to be, or their on-stage skills, like jumping around, dancing around, they're not able to do that anymore. I mean, you got to remember, these are guys that in their 50s and 60s. Remember, I'm going to be 56 this coming June here. Keep that in mind. And you also got to remember that, you know, anything you're able to do in your 20s and early 30s, you're probably not going to be able to do that much in your 50s and 60s. And you got to remember that.
True.
Yeah, plus, you got to... Also, what? You okay?
Go ahead.
Okay. You also got to remember that, you know, in time, your testosterone is going to go down. You're going to gain some weight regardless. You know, your voice is going to change no matter what. You know, and if I understand with Dokken's back problems, which I didn't know about until I played the clip yesterday at lunch break, that kind of explains why he doesn't move around that much, you know. Kind of think of it, I remember Great White was playing this Riverfest in St. Clair, Michigan, a couple years back. I think it was 2010, if I remember, or I think or 2009. And Jack Russell, when he was still involved with that group, he walked out there with a cane, limping. Apparently he had hip surgery. And I guess what I understand in an interview, he stated that when he had the hip surgery, the management was pissed at him because you cost us money, you cost us this there, because they need to get out the road and start working. Remember, they don't have big-time management like they used to. They don't even have record deals anymore. Dokken has a record deal, but it's with this independent label, which I didn't even know existed until I heard about it or in an article I read.
What was it called?
I forgot the label, but the last label I heard of.
Wasn't it Frontier or something?
Yeah, I think it may have been Frontiers. Yeah, they released a couple of releases on that label there a couple of years back there. I don't know if they're on a different one or now or what. And the funny thing is, the only time I heard of Frontiers records is when they put out the very first Christian Death album, Only for Your Pain, back in 1983. That's it, you know?
Oh, it's Christian death metal?
Yeah, well, no, it's not really. It's death rock. It's basically a gloomy gothic rock there. I'll have to explain it to you sometime on another program there. Look it up on Death Rockers there. You know, you'll see what I'm talking about, the fan base that they have. Whether it's Alien Sex Speed, Susie and the Banshees, or very dark stuff there. People who worshipped the grave of Vincent Price, needless to say there.
Worship the grave?
Or what they worship, they pay homage to horror classics like
oh my god.
Yep, exactly. Yep. Yeah.
Yo, did you tell the people about your Depeche Mode concert?
Yeah, well, not really. It wasn't a Depeche Mode. It was kind of like a Depeche Mode tribute. As you know, Depeche Mode's Andy Fletcher passed away at age 60 on Thursday after we got done with our show. At the same time, Ray Liotta, the actor, passed away at 67. And the next Friday, I went to Classic Numbers at Numbers in downtown H-Town. And they played a lot of Depeche Mode songs there, like People Are People, you know, Seamson, one of my favorites from them. Joy to Silence, a remix of that one there. You know, this track from them, that track from them. It's about a full hour in homage to Mr. Fletcher there. Now this makes just David Kahan and Martin Gore the only remaining members of the group, and
Right.
I guess Alan Wilder, who was one of the original members, he departed ages ago. There, why I don't know, but he has a little project. He had a project called Recoil. The album's called Hydrology Plus 1 and 2. Definitely worth checking out. I picked up the cassette back in 1989 and still love it today, man. Hey, is Keith back?
Like what? I think he's busy. What happened with the club? Did you have a couple drinks?
Well, I very rarely drink, as you know, I just, because want to make sure my blood sugar is well there, because as you know, I'm type 1 diabetic. So I only really need to feel to drink a beer or a booze whenever my blood sugar gets below the 90 range, because, beer has some sugar in it. So I drink that, relax a little bit, and wait till they play a damn good song, because some of the songs ain't really my particular liking. I'm not into New Order, to be honest with you, let alone The Cure. But what's kind of funny is Depeche Mode is probably one of the prime new wave bands out there from the 80s to the 90s there, and we don't know what's going to happen to them now, If they were to continue, they'll have to get a couple new members, or possibly get Alan Wilder back in the group there.
Right.
Yeah. And of course, we got to talk about the two tribute groups that you saw, Back at Black and Mean Street.
Yeah, you want to play a little? Let's see.
Yeah, let's hear
play a
it.
little.
Let's hear it. I see you got your photo with the singer of Back in Black as well there.
Have you ever heard of that band?
I haven't heard of it, but there's many AC/DC tribute bands out there. In fact, there are two female AC/DC tributes out there. Hell's Bells with the E at the end of Hell there.
This one was the singer actually did a full concert with the band when they were looking for a singer. When Brian Johnson lost his hearing, but they picked Axl Rose, but this guy got to perform a whole set. With them. Let's see if we can. Now the Brian Johnson stuff was awesome and great.
Yeah.
But like the Bond, when it came out and did the Bond stuff, it was
kind of questionable.
The only word I could think of is like really special. Like it was really. Because the Brian stuff was really good. The Brian Johnson guy was really. I mean, it was the same guy, but when he came out and did Bond, like the Bond really was like wow. Like the Brian stuff was the same too. It was like wow too, but the Bond, I don't know. Like the Bond stuff was just special. I don't know. Like there really isn't. Like listen to this. And they did some deep tracks and B-sides.
Nice, sir. Yeah.
You know this song?
I have to hear it a little bit more to recognize it.
How's the vocals, guys? How's the vocals? We lost out to Highway to Hell. Long way to the song. Backslide, guys.
Yeah, you're talking. That's a good song there. I don't think I've heard that song before there, but it fucking kicks.
Now you heard of this one?
TNT, dynamite. TNT, I win the fight. TNT, I'm a power now.
That's Brian Johnson.
Yep. Yeah, I'm pretty good there. I like that. Pretty good there.
They were smoking cigarettes between solos.
Oh, yeah.
You can do it,
Look, he channels Brian very well.
About that, Brown.
Oh, that was awesome. He did Brian Johnson pretty damn well there. No doubt about that. He did. You know, kind of same. Well, going back to Axl Rose, a couple times when I heard performances of doing.
Let me play some of this Van Halen one.
Yeah, the Mean Street, the band Mean Street.
Actually, the guy who plays rhythm on the AC/DC band is Eddie Van Halen in this.
Oh
band.
wow, really?
Looks like our guys.
Oh yeah.
Look at all the beautiful people in here tonight. Can you hear me out there? Welcome to the debut performance of your new local Van Halen tribute, Mean Street. Celebrating the early days of the mighty Van Halen. Wow.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about? I know what I ain't talking about.
Bro, when I was there, it sounded just like a fucking album.
It did, yeah. I know it sounds damn good.
He was 8 out of 10, but it was actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of looked like him, though. Looked like Edge and Christian in the 90s. That looks like a he looks like a 60-year-old Gargus.
Yeah, I know.
Scream's kind of hard to get down.
Yeah, it is.
Did some eruption.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to hear this, how he does that there. Guess tribute bands are the thing now.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Right here in Lamb. Rocking this one for you. You know this one. He's going to blow it up.
Absolutely awesome he was. More Dokken here.
It was horrible, right? This
Yeah.
gotta look past that.
Yeah.
Don't close your eyes or I'll be there. Don't close your eyes. Don't close your eyes or I'll be there.
And that's John Levitt, their current guitar player. I see. Pretty good there. Wow. I'm glad you had a good time, dude. You know, I would have been there, but my work schedule, prevents that there currently. And plus, you gotta let them know about a couple weeks ahead of time. I didn't know about this until you told me, but showed me all the clips on your channel there, let alone Creature Sets. But then again,
That would be good. We should plan on that next time.
I hope so. Yeah, I'd love to check them out there.
Buy tickets.
It would be really cool if you were able to get a picture with either Don or George or both.
Well, I had my chance with George because when he left the stage, he left the exit to where, because you could, there was gates, you could exit and have a smoke.
Wow.
And so, if I was, if I really, I just didn't want to bother him. He had his guitar, you know what I'm saying? His case and shit. So I didn't really want to, because I went there, when I got there, he was warming up, doing sound check kind of.
Yeah, I saw that video as well there. Pretty good.
And then I left, and then he left, and then he did his solo set, which was really good.
Yeah. I guess it's a George Lynch band, I think it's called, or something else there.
The Electric Freedom.
I see there. I remember you told me about the bass.
Which I should have bought a T-shirt. I should have bought a T-shirt, so I'm just gonna order it online from his website.
Nice. Yeah, it's good
there.
there.
He had T-shirts. The Dokken one was kind of lame.
All right there. Not that up to par. If I'm going to get a T-shirt, it's going to be something that we're standing out there. But I'm glad you had a good time, man. This was pretty awesome.
Was there any ladies? Was there any women where you're at?
Well, there was a couple of them who liked the trench coat that I was wearing that evening there. I remember there was this one lady who said I reminded her of Roger Waters. The guy behind guy from Pink Floyd, because I have the Marching Hammers logo on the left side of my jacket here, and the lady observed that, she liked it there, and there was a couple of times in the week before where one lady there, a couple of her gals, a couple of pals of hers, they'll say, hey, come over here, we brought you over here because you're wearing the Pink Floyd jacket there. So we talked, hung out, met a new friend named Alexander. He said he saw me at Numbers a couple times in the past there. So we talked chit-chat a little bit here. I told him about my channel and the music show that we do there, and your channel is just as well there.
Thank you.
All right. So basically it was a pretty good weekend there for both of us, Is
there a cover charge for yours?
Yes, it is. $10. Yeah, it was, which is, understandable because Numbers was closed for about a year and a half before it decided to reopen in 2021 there. So I guess the extra $5, whereas it used to be $5 in the past, was there to make up for the lost wages during that year and a half of isolation that everybody was in.
And also Blabbermouth linked the
I know, yeah, that's a big honor for you there. Yeah, that's a big boost to your channel as well there.
Did the whole concert there. And,
I know, yeah. I guess somebody showed up there from that web page there. He reviewed the concert and then found your video by chance. It's like, oh wow, let's borrow
on
this
YouTube,
guy.
Yeah, someone from the company looked on YouTube probably. I mean, no one was probably there at the concert, or else they would have.
which means I probably had guys start seeing shows myself there too. Because I asked possibly, maybe I could link mine, but I haven't seen any real shows there. I haven't been to the concert pub in a long, long while because of the stuff they've been presenting on the weekends. I don't really know about. It's usually a TBA, to be announced, which doesn't cut it for me because I don't like surprises. When I want to see a great Ozzy tribute band, it turns out to be some cheesy alternative group trying to play Buck Cherry. Yeah. And I guess tribute bands are the thing nowadays because a lot of the rock and roll out there, but by some of these so-called bands.
The only thing like on both of those I saw, they're like pretty much like 10 out of 10s, but like I would really give them like 9.5s because like the lead singer and the guitar was spot on, like look wise. I mean, not really the Eddie Van Halen one, but like the look was there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like the bass player and drummer, like if I go see like a Beatles tribute band, like all the Beatles are gonna look to be dressed apart. So like these tribute bands, if they go like details and get the drummer, because usually the stars are the guitarist and singer, but if they do details and get the bassist and drummer down to how they really look, that's how. I mean,
same
other
thing
than
with
that, sound wise, sound wise is they were great. Like you can't beat it. Like that's the thing. You pay a fraction of the price of seeing the real group. And if you get there early enough, or if you choose to, you can get, close to the stage or whatever, and blah, blah, blah. But it depends on, if you have general admission or if you have seats. But the tribute band's really, for the fraction of the price, I mean, it's the same. Obviously the size of how many people are there watching is different than because usually these bands are in stadiums, your Metallica's, AC/DC's, others. Mm-hmm. So that's the only thing that's different, but the vibe, the actual feeling of being at the real person or the real group show is definitely there, which when you think about, obviously when you pay more money, you see the real people, but all about the feelings. Yeah. More than a feeling by Boston. It's like that music, that vibe, that feeling when you're at the show, especially when you're like I was with Dokken, and I could have been for Van Halen, but you know what I'm saying? It's the sound. You can still hear it when you're up close to the stage, but it's better if you're like 10 rows back. Yeah. You can fully hear it, but singer and everything. But obviously, if you know the words of the songs, it's not a problem. But the Dokken show, interacting, that's a whole nother thing too. Interacting with these artists while they're on stage, being that close, whether it's, there's a point if you watch that full concert of Dokken that, when you give the friendly point, you're pointing at the artist like they're the man. Like, so I was pointing at Don Dokken and he pointed back and looked straight into the camera. The singer for George Lynch's band was, pretty much for a few seconds there. He was playing for the camera, like, looking at the camera when I was recording. And so you obviously getting pics. I got the pic from John Ravi, John Levin. Yeah, and then a broken drumstick from the drummer from George Lynch's group. It was tossed out my way. So nice. The interaction, the getting the actual part of history there in a way when they give you that stuff. I didn't get the George Lynch wasn't like throwing out pics like crazy. He only threw out the one at the end, but people need to understand just George Lynch, he was on that chase with Eddie Van Halen, with Randy Rhoads, the greats of the 80s. Yep. The Boys of 79, look it up. There's a video on it on YouTube. Great video
there. Shows all of them shredding their hearts out. How they look back
and to
then.
get, I kind of sounded flustered on the Eddie Trunk show, but I wanted to get stuff out, like to get the video I did with George Lynch right there.
Right there.
That close. With that, he was using the it was that Japanese guitar. It was they call it Kamikaze. It was a Kamikaze. Yeah. LTD, I believe it was a brand.
Yeah, there.
If you look it up back in the, I believe 89, 90, or as early as maybe 88, but definitely in that time. Wow. He was using that guitar. I don't know if that was the original one he was using, or it was the copy, but They are available for purchase, like they're Japanese guitars, Japanese made, and
Right.
back in the 80s that was like the best. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So they to get that footage I got was priceless. That shit, obviously much older group, 40 years after, you know, the fact that they were popular and on the scene and everything, but that footage, it will last a lifetime, and not necessarily put it on YouTube for views, because, you know, with the music stuff we don't get views like that, but obviously you never know, other sites can pick it up, like Blabbermouth, blah blah blah, like it did. And you know, I haven't checked recently, but last I checked it was 2.4 views, 2.4 thousand views, 2.4K. But you know, it is kind of tiring holding the phone the whole time. I try to be respectful to others. I try to keep it at the level of like my forehead. You know what I mean? Try not to get too high on the phone, because I mean, I don't know, other people were recording too, but I was like recording the whole thing, the whole concept. I mean, no one had any issues with it, but back in the 80s, back in the 70s, 60s, obviously, you couldn't able to, because maybe, you know, obviously they have camera phones, but definitely I know in this 80s, I don't know about the 70s, but in the 80s they had cameras and recorders and all that, but that wasn't allowed. I don't know about the 70s if you could sneak in cameras in the 70s, but I know in the 80s,
Good
90s,
question there, yeah.
that was allowed. Obviously with cell phones, you know, they switched the rules up, but I
Yeah.
mean, there's some concerts that, you know, the what's his name, Dave Chappelle guy, he doesn't allow recording, but to get that close, to get that record, you know, was amazing. And
Need to do King Crimson.
well, there's a lot of, you know, we need to hit that stadium tour coming up
Hopefully
in a couple
so.
months.
We need to write, yeah, but to
Wouldn't
keep
that
in
be
mind.
something?
All right. Now, of course,
You know, donations. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, donations are open. Get me and Brown to the stadium tour. Motley Crue, Def Leppard, Poison, who would be my personal favorite out there. I mean, I want to see Crue as well. I've seen Def Leppard.
Yeah.
But Joan Jett's going to be there.
Yeah.
And then another opening act, a newer act. Forgot the name.
All right.
But it's going to be an all-day event. If anyone wants to donate to get me and Brown there, donate enough. I don't know, 300, 400, 250, something like that to start.
1,000.
I mean, for a couple, like I think for 100 piece, we can get tickets. It'll be nosebleeds, but we'll be in that thing.
All right.
But of course, you know, gas money, stuff like that.
And the distance, there, and plus the price of
So
parking
you know, I'm
lots.
throwing out like a $300 price on that if you want to see me and Brown at
The Cruise
Stadium
Tour,
this
yeah.
summer. The end of the summer, we will be there. We'll be having videos, all that, streaming.
That's right.
The donations are open. Streamlabs.com/TheWire program. We get that in $300-400. If we can get in 400, I'll buy the tickets right now.
Nice.
You know, I'm trying to think of tax, because when you go on Ticketmaster, you can't just, it's not $100 flat. It's taxes, and it's like another $50, $75 each on each ticket for the fees. But
same thing with the Iron Maiden
see
show.
us there, me and Brown. Hello, me and Brown. Hello.
Hello. I know. Sorry, man.
400 on that. Streamlabs.com/TheWire program. We have a special guest. I'm trying to get him in here. We got to get Ark in here. I think he's taking
we
a
do.
shit.
We got to do our spotlight on Motorhead there.
Yes. Right. Absolutely know nothing about.
That's why you need people like me in this spectrum here. Yeah. Because I remember I was listening to them years back, around 83, 84 there. You know, I remember a song that they're...
Well, hold on. We gotta wait till Ark comes. We gotta look at... There's some more rock news wanted to dive into.
Yeah, I had sent you an article earlier this afternoon about Vinnie Paul's old Texas house being demolished. We got to look that up there. I don't know what the fuck was up with that. Was it accidental? What it was? It was on your personal page there.
And then we got... can you read for us on the Blabbermouth Wolfgang Van Halen Blast Reels channel, the Reels channel, cable channel, over Eddie Van Halen autopsy episode.
All right there. Wow.
Fuck everyone that worked on that show. If you want to look that up on Blabbermouth,
All
that's
right
big.
There. All right there. Now, according to this was in yesterday, actually. The Arlington, Texas home that once belonged to the late Pantera drummer, Vinnie Paul, has been demolished only weeks after it was sold to an anonymous buyer. Paul hosted many legendary metal parties at that place, which was a lasting monument to his legacy. The news of its demolition has hit Pantera fans and associates very hard. Derek D. Rock Walker, a promotional director for the Ride for a Dime motorcycle event, recently shared both photos of Vinny's property in ruin, sending shockwaves throughout Pantera's massive network of fans and supporters. He said, absolutely gut-wrenching and heartbreaking. This is what remains of the monument that was Vinnie Paul's home in Arlington, Texas. This was not only a heavy metal landmark, but a staple in Pantera's rock and roll legacy. Sold up to a private investors to be leveled for a new build. If you were fortunate enough to be invited over, cherish the memories forever. Ironically enough, the last photo of Vinnie Paul of that house, the brick wall stands alone. Right.
Hi everyone, Mark Barden.
Okay. With the comments on the post expressed a lot of anger towards the new property owners, Leah Winfield, wife of longtime Pantera engineer Sterling Winfield, clarified that the estate has been handled according to Vinny's wishes. Heartbreaking at times, but his stated terms, maybe this can help folks be a lot more kinder to fulfilling those final wishes of his. Now, Winfield explained that her husband is indeed a beneficiary, but that none of this is about money, contrary to a lot of opinions. Absolutely none of it has been easy. Vinny had designed the 3.784 square foot home himself. Go ahead.
Like a party home.
Yeah, exactly there. Probably jam sessions, a lot of parties, because Pantera was one party hard band there.
Did you ever see them? Did you ever see them live?
I never got to see them live, but I remember I shared this one story that they did a show at Pine Knob back in 1992 when Vulgar Display was on the charts. Yep, Clarkson, Michigan. I'm glad they changed it back to that name, because the DT name was like, give me a break. So, Vinny and Dime came to the Ritz in Roseville after the show to check it out. And there was all these kids trying to mosh on the dance floor there, trying to prove that, yeah, this place is the happening there. But the thing is, when they were not there, nobody moshed when their music was played. So it kind of makes...
Please sub to the Dr. Earl Brown channel.
Yes, please. I've been promoting the show like a gangbusters there, you know.
Links in the chat right now.
Absolutely. Thank you, YR. All right, so Vinnie Paul's house demolished. All the Pantera fans are not happy about this. You know, sad. They're up in arms about this. You know, unfortunately, there. And what else you got to talk about there, YR? What is it about?
Let's try to get an arc.
Yeah.
We need to start working on that, and then our other our special guest.
Mm-hmm.
The show.
All right. Keith. Or somebody else.
Oh shit.
What?
Jesus Priest ditches leather and studs look for intimate European tour kickoff.
Really?
Oh, it shows Halford in a fucking button-down shirt.
But
short sleeve.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Well, you gotta remember, Halford is in his 60s. It's hard for him to look like a biker god for the rest of his life there. But then, hold on a second. Let me find something here. I'm gonna show you some photos.
This is fucking crazy.
I gotta show you this. This was this was a couple years back while the pandemic was still running amok there. Let me find it here. Okay, Rob Halford performing house. Blah blah blah. Okay, here. Okay, there. Let me find this here. Okay.
Brown, did you take a shit today?
Yeah, I did earlier before I went out the door there. I want to find the photos of him and then the leather get up there. You know what? Give him credit for the trench coats he wears on stage because they are awesomely kick ass there. Let me find the whole thing there. Blah blah blah. I'm still trying to find it. Go ahead and talk if you can there. Give me a couple minutes. And I also put a picture of my friend TJ in the chat there with Ace Frehley, if you haven't noticed. Now, does she look hot or does she look hot as fuck?
Yeah.
She does, yeah. I don't know what she is. She's probably someone of my age or younger there, but damn, she looks awesome, man.
Another news thing.
Right there.
Oh, the Wolfgang Van Halen thing.
Yeah.
Glass Reels, if you want to read that. Where the fuck is our special guest at? This is really starting to...
I know. Where the heck is Ark, man? What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm trying to find that fucking photo, blah, blah, blah. Who knows?
Fucking show.
I know. What the fuck, dude? Okay, I found this one here. I gotta show you. Give it a couple of minutes here. Change when I press the volume. Okay, I'm gonna do this here. There we go. This one where he's wearing the sporting cowboy hat. Wait a minute. Come on. Okay, this one's a 3D, so I'm gonna screenshot this bitch. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Why is it not popping up? I have no fucking idea, bro. What the shit, dude? Fuck it. Anyways, we gotta definitely get Ark in here. Where is Ark absent?
I think he's taking a shit right now.
Oh. I took one earlier, so there should be no problem there. Let's see here. A couple moments of silence, folks, for the time being. We should probably play something like anything on Minnesota Vikings fan, or is he hibernating again? Or not doing anything?
Oh, did you look at that article on...
Wait a minute. Hold on there. Okay, what is it? Blabbering off again? Wolfgang Van Halen? Okay, well, let me, what? Okay, Wolfgang Van Halen, Blabbermouth. Okay, here we go. Okay. And it got the word okay mixed in as well there. Got to be careful there. Personal change in making second Mammoth album. Now, his band is called Mammoth WVH, obviously standing for Wolfgang Van Halen. During a recent appearance on Whiplash, the KLOS radio show, hosted by Full Metal Jackie, I've heard of her. I've seen her as well. She won another hot mama as well. Wolfgang Van Halen once again said that he is hoping to begin working on the follow-up to the self-titled debut album from his group, Mammoth WVH, at some point in the not-too-distant future. He says, basically, I don't want to take as long as it did. I would think throughout that process, I was just really figuring out what it was and who I was as my own artist, finding my own sound and discovering who I was as a lead singer and songwriter. But when it comes to the next album, now that I've figured out what this is and who I am, within the context of it, I'm really excited to figure out how to condense the process to as inefficient of time as possible, so I could get an album done in a third of the time while being twice as good. It's always a personal challenge. Now, the first album came out last June of last year, and it was 5 years after the one-time band Van Halen Pieces started piecing together his ideas for his solo project. Now, last month, Wolfie told SiriusXM's Truck Nation with Eddie Trunk again that he has gathered plenty of material from their sophomore effort. He said, I'm really ready to get back in the studio. We have some leftover tracks from the first album that I like to take another look at. Maybe add some stuff, or maybe redo entirely. Then a bunch of new ideas to get into as well. Mammoth WVH and the band Dirty Honey kicked off their joint Young Guns tour February in Denver, Colorado. The 33-date co-headlining tour across North America will run to April 12th. It's already past that, by the way. When it wraps up in Atlanta, Georgia. The tour is making stops in Los Angeles, Chicago, New York, Orlando, Florida, to name a few cities, and seeing the bands altering the closing slightly. Now, the tour lineup for Wolfie's group features Wolfgang on guitar and lead vocals, John Jordan on guitar and vocals, Garrett Whitlock on drums, and Ronnie Ficaro on bass. All right. So, new Mammoth WVH album is going to be heading soon here. Nice. All right, there. I'm going to find this one photo I saw of Judas Priest, Rob Halford here. Blah, 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 there. I'm going to try and see if we can add Arky to the mix here. Let's see. Give me a couple of seconds here. All right. Give me a couple of minutes here while the music's playing in the photo there. Let's see here.
You want me to read the article right now?
I already just read it, Keith. Where you been, dude?
Oh, all right.
All right. So you're back.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I want to be on live shows anymore.
Oh,
I don't think I want
it's
to be
fun.
on live shows anymore.
Why not?
All right.
Why not, dude?
Okay. Oh, I mean, it was really good to do it during the lockdown.
Yeah.
Fuck Cherry, that's... Wait, what'd you say, Keith, before that?
It was really good that I was here during the lockdown for a year and a half. After the lockdown ended,
Well, you
like,
were all over Dave Rose's show yesterday, so you owe me one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's no really need to stop
yesterday?
appearing on shows.
Okay.
All right. Come on, Art, get on the call, dude.
Yo, can you read that Buck Cherry article, Keith?
Yeah. Man. Ark, what's up, dude?
It's Keith's turn.
Okay. I think we have Ark finally.
Where? Here it is.
No, Ark finally.
Buck Cherry has almost a whole record of new material ready to be recorded.
All right.
Wait, yesterday I was on Dave Rose show?
What the fuck?
Oh.
On it twice in less than a week.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Oh,
Shut your fucking mouth and read the goddamn article.
There he is.
Now. Buck Cherry frontman Josh Todd spoke to radio active Mike Z, host of 96.7 KLF program, Wired in the Empire, about the band's to record its 10th studio album. He said, "We are still touring. We've been
Don't you like
touring
Buck Cherry?
since."
I
think I know one of their songs. Don't they have a song called "Sorry"?
What's one of them?
Yeah, Crazy Bitch.
Crazy Bitch. That was a big one around the early 2000s there. Every band that played Chaps in Richmond, Michigan was covering that song.
Do they have a song called "Sorry"?
Yes, they do, yeah.
Oh, that's the one I know.
Why is Ark not unavailable when it listed that he is ready? I'm going to try again here. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, the only song I know from Buck Cherry is "Sorry."
Well, there was a couple others there. Other than Crazy Bitch, there was this one called Lit Up, which is about the ode to cocaine there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Cool.
I think their singer, Josh Todd, who made an appearance in you remember the show The Shield from years back with Michael Chiklis? They ran on the FX network.
Nah.
Oh, I did. There was a scene. Yeah, there was a scene of him where he's being approached by Michael Chiklis, his character Vic something there, dragged out of the truck that he was driving and questioned heavily about some sort of a child porn ring there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on, put stuff away.
Did you go
All
shopping?
right, let me get back. No, not today. The other day I did.
Okay, there. No.
Uh,
Ark, why you not available, dude? Why, see if we can act Arky to the
Whoa.
show, man.
We've been touring since June 1st of last year. We put it in about 200 shows typically on record cycle, so we're going to finish out this run. It goes away September, and we've been already writing for new records. So we almost have a whole record of material together now. So once we get off the road, we'll go in record and we'll take a few months off and then put out our 10th
Ark,
record.
get on the call, dude.
Damn, my phone is like glitching. The page is glitching.
Probably the internet.
Okay,
Somewhere on your internet.
Yeah. Buckcherry's follow-up to last year's Hellbound. Well, once again, he helmed by producer, songwriter. Oh, let me watch this.
Okay.
Energy drink, Keith.
I think you need an energy drink right now, dude.
Oh, no, I don't have one ready. But let's see. I had one at like 10 a.m. today. Let's see.
All right.
We go, Fredericks, who previously collaborated, Def Leppard, Aerosmith, Johnny Lang, Shellcrow, and many others. Buckcherry's fourth album, Black Butterfly, and co-wrote Sorry, among other songs with the band, regarding how Buckcherry goes about deciding which songs to include in its let's see. Hellbound came out June 2021.
You guys miss the famous Keith news reading.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Sounds like you need to step your game up there, kid, because they're like, Doug Cherry, you need to just get on the ball saying, here's what happened today. Buck Cherry is going to release a new record. They're going to call it fucking Old Bitches Up and Down the Walls. And we're going to send it to Minnesota Vikings fan because you obviously get no poontang. All right, there. Okay.
All right. But there are okay, go ahead.
Keith is a Buckcherry fan.
All right, yeah, but that's good to know there.
Yeah. Oh, I have to listen to that song Sorry again because I forgot how it went.
All right. Well, listen to the other songs as well there, including this one.
There, finally.
There you are.
There we go.
Yeah, I was trying.
The great Arknolia.
Yeah, we tried adding you, man, many times, too. I had to GM you. All right.
Like I said, I was having trouble because I'm using my phone instead of a computer.
I see there. I see there. Computer problems again?
No, I don't have it right now in front of me.
I see there. Oh, wow. Yeah, we just got done. We went live about almost 90 minutes ago there. So Wire talking about the shows that he saw over the weekend there. Van Halen tribute, AC/DC tribute, Dokken, his call in to Eddie Trunk's Trunk Nation show there. We had a lot of discussion about, what Eddie brought up there on his show about artists needing to be on the road to earn a paycheck there, despite their lack of ability to sing or perform or whichever there. So,
right.
And all that good stuff there. All right. Yeah, so we just got done reading some news items, and we're about to get get down to dirty to the main topic, which is the conclusion of our Big British Six series. We're going to be taking a look at the loudest of the loud, as I mentioned before, Motorhead, Lemmy and the Boys. Yeah.
Yeah.
You would like to look up
Yes.
the album list for Motorhead with the years next to them. Follow along, starting first, but
I can remember a
Okay.
few. I can name a few,
Brown.
but
Now, before I forget, go ahead, Key.
I remember in 2020 we talked about Motorhead. We had our top 5 favorite Motorhead songs. We did this in 2020.
yeah, we did a Metal Maniacs there.
Yep.
Well,
And
that was
then,
PS4. So I saw Motorhead in concert technically. Form one song. That was Triple H's theme song at WrestleMania 17.
Yep.
At the time, I didn't put two together. No, but looking back, I did. Was that a Motorhead show? And they performed that song live. WrestleMania 17. Thank you.
That's probably the
Somebody's
biggest
got their
songs.
effects going.
Yeah, YR does.
Oh, WrestleMania 17, I saw Motorhead live in concert.
Nice.
They played one song. They played Triple H's theme song when he came out.
Yep.
They were there live, the band. So I did technically see Motorhead live.
Nice.
Before I forget, I just wanted to throw that in there. But Dr. Brown, this is one of your favorite bands. You did copy his skinny cowboy hat.
Yeah, I did.
You
For
know, the
many years.
leather.
I still have those cowboy hats in my closet there. I should probably start wearing them again when my hair grows out a little bit there. Kind of miss wearing those hats there. Because you were kind of cool there. I was trying to copy Lemmy in a lot of my vlogs and appearances on various shows there in the past. I remember people were like, did Lemmy have a son? Or did Lemmy clean shaven herself or what? And this was, of course, a couple of years after his 2015 death there. But Motorhead, Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to say, as I understand it, didn't they get their name from a Hawkwind song?
I think so, yes. It was a song by Hawkwind on one of their albums there. And Lemmy sang on vocals on that track there. It was a pretty good song there. I remember hearing the original years back in an old record store, which sadly no longer exists.
Most record stores don't.
I know, yeah. I remember when I was trying to buy kid tickets to a concert 2009. I was able to bike ride take the bus all the way to McCall Mall in Roseville. I'm looking for the old Harmony House record store. Where's Harmony House? What the fuck? They could have, a friend of mine said, we have
You could buy concert tickets at the record store back then?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. You were able to back then when there was record time.
You could get them at Sears.
Sears, yeah, as well. I remember hearing the.
I remember Fiesta. You go to Fiesta and you could get them like the same place you get money orders and shit. Fiesta is a Mexican market in Texas. Like
I've seen the signs many times.
I mean, it's a grocery store, but it's like they have all the brands and shit, but like
nice.
it is like the lowest price grocery store. Like they have all the brands. It's just like Hispanic kind of centralized. They have like, those brands too, the brands from Mexico and all that, but they have all your other American brands as well. It's a regular grocery store, and they really do have they do have the lowest prices. But the thing is, like sometimes, like back in the day, I remember like some of the rice, and some of like the noodles and shit. Sometimes used to have like those little bitty like bugs in them.
Oh boy,
you know what I'm saying?
Man.
So it's because other shit. Because they had like traditional food brands and all that from like those countries, and that probably came in that and stuff.
Yeah, you gotta remember a lot of things do. A lot of bugs often sometimes.
Like all the Mexican shop there, basically, is what I'm trying to get to. But like it is a good, it's regular play. You can, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've seen the sign many times heading to and coming from Houston. Definitely, I didn't know they sold concert tickets there. Right.
Now we know what's
Well, no, now they don't, because you can't buy. You heard of that place, Key?
No, I'm just saying. Now we know it's in it. It's bugs.
Oh gosh. I know. That was cheesy. but you know what? It was good.
Oh,
Well, honestly,
okay.
they don't sell like concert tickets. I can't think of a place like major concert tickets. Like it's all through the app.
I
It's all
know. It's
online.
like, what the
so-
heck? I know. It's like everything is online. The same thing with the Iron Maiden show, you know, back in 2019. And sadly, you know, kind of miss those. The only record stores that are out there is either Sound Revolution on 1960 Road, got to plug that joint, and of course Space City Audio in Old Town Spring, which I should probably check
And of
there and
course,
see who
there's-
did. Go ahead.
And of course, there's places that sell records that aren't technically record stores.
Yeah.
Barnes and Noble.
Yeah. That antique shop in Conroe there that I've been to a couple times where I got those two big ass transition records.
Used to be Best Buy.
Yes, to me. Really? No, it's.
Yeah, I think all they sell is CDs now.
Yeah, or I think so. Yeah, or vinyl. If vinyl has come out and come back to hit that storeway, because a lot of the vinyl selling these either at the Barnes and Noble, at the nearby mall, or any old Walmart around.
Right.
And I know. I do plan on getting me the Zeppelin album Presents pretty soon there. When I get the time, because I've been so damn busy with my work and shit there. Most likely I'll be doing some grocery shopping, but that's another time and place. Anyways, Motorhead. Big influence on all the thrash metal bands out there, including the Anthrax, Metallica. Started out in the mid-70s after Lemmy's firing for the band Hawkwind for missing the show.
I'll read the article in 1 minute.
Oh, what?
Motorhead on Blabbermouth.
Okay, there. All right. In the meantime, I'll give you an introduction. Motorhead, went through the original lineup, whose names I forgot. But the main classic lineup we know is Fast Eddie Clarke on guitar, Philthy Animal Taylor on the drums. They were a power trio, next to the equivalent of Cream. They had songs like Love Me Like a Reptile, Dead Men Tell No Tales, The Chase is Better Than the Catch, which is a good title when you think about it there. A lot of people have been through that a lot of times. It was Chasing the Girl or Hard and Credible. But of course, their most classic song next to Time to Play the Game is, of course, Ace of Spades from the album of the same name from 1980. Song still gets covered by people today. I know the Hollywood Vampires with the Johnny Depp, Joe Perry of Aerosmith, and Duff McKagan and Alice Cooper, they performed that song in honor of Lemmy at the 2016 Grammy Awards. Lemmy's been known for having his own style of rock clothing line. He wears these knee-high boots there a lot of times. He wears these shoe boots, I think that's what they're still called, which are all white. He was wearing a lot of hats, including the cowboy hat that I often mimic in my vlogs. He's best well known for that. And of course, he is a family man himself. His son, I forgot the boy's name. I think his name is Paul, I think it was. He plays in a band. I'm not sure what the name of it is. Their albums included Overkill, Bomber, Ace of Spades, Iron Fist, No Sleep to Hammersmith, which is a badass live album from them. Another Perfect Day, which featured a new guitar player named Robbie Robinson, who used to play with Thin Lizzy. Look up the album Live and Dangerous. He's on there.
I'm ready to read the article.
All right, go ahead.
Mickey D reflects on his time with Motorhead. I really cherish the memory and the history that we created. In a recent interview with Full Metal Jackie's nationally syndicated radio show, drummer Mickey D spoke about the musical chemistry between him and other members of the final Motorhead lineup, guitarist Phil Campbell and the late great Lemmy
Kilmister.
Kilmister.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's why we work so well, is because we're there. We were three different personalities and three different wills or ideas, but it clicked really well for us. He said her audiobook, we worked fantastic together. We had our discussions, but it all ended up great in a great camaraderie and respect for each other, which was great.
Camaraderie.
So, camaraderie and respect for each other, which was great. So it was very easy in a way to work together because we all wanted the same thing. We had almost the same vision all the time. So we pulled in the right direction and the same direction. It was great. Of course, every year the years went on and we got tighter and tighter. D, who has been a member of Scorpion since 2016, also talks about Motorhead recent live set Louder Than Noise live in Berlin, containing a recording of the band's December 5th, 2012 concert at Berlin's Vellerim as humors Motorhead releases such as Louder Than Noise live in Berlin bring him joy, sadness, or perhaps both. Mickey said not sadness because we had great years together. You just get proud and you have your memories from all this. I miss Lemmy tremendously, of course, but we all did so much good stuff. We will release a new thing like this. It's just, wow, it's great. I listen to the record and I go, wow, we played the song and this song. Of course, we kind of forgot exactly how the set list was. You get surprised yourself how good the show is. You can actually almost smell the arena, how it was. It's all good to say, but of course you get reminded of Lemmy and how good we had it, but it doesn't give me sadness. I'm missing basically, I like to think about Lemmy in a totally positive way. I don't try. That's what I actually do because we had so much fun and we did so much together that I really cherish the memory and the history that we created. If I walk around super and every time I hear Lemmy's name and we do anything about the old Motorhead, it would be terrible. So I put a smile on when I listen to this. I go, wow, we did something great. And I can actually see and hear Lemmy right in front of me, and that brings me happiness instead of sadness. Lemmy died in December 2015 at the age of 70. Shortly after learning he had been diagnosed with cancer, he dealt with several health issues over the last few years of his life, including heart trouble,
type 2 diabetes.
Forcing him to cut back on his famous smoking habits. Motorhead had to cancel a number of shows in 2015 because of Lemmy's poor health, although the band did manage to complete one final European tour a couple of weeks before his death. Last June, it was announced that Lemmy will get the biopic treatment. The upcoming film, Lemmy, will be directed Greg Oliver, who previously had the 2010 documentary of the same name, Lemmy. Lemmy will go into production later this year with the VM introducing the film at the Cannes virtual market. It will follow Kilmister's life growing up in Stoke-on-Trent, becoming a roadie for Jimi Hendrix and a member of seminal psychedelic rock band Hawkwind before forming Motorhead, a custom-made urn containing Lemmy's ashes on permanent display in a combing at Forest Lawn Cemetery in Hollywood, California.
Wow. That's where he moved. Him and the Motorhead, the boys moved in back in 1991 when they put out their album 1916, which was one of the two albums they released on a major label under Sony. That and March and Die the following year. And that album featured a good ballad there called I Ain't No Nice Guy, featuring Ozzy Osbourne. Hey, keep in mind. And Ozzy, remember the song Mama Coming Home? That was co-written by Lemmy as well there. So Lemmy,
I was going to break in.
What up, Bart?
I was just going to say, welcome back to Keith.
Yep.
Thank you, Arknolia.
Yeah. Welcome back, Keith. We miss you, bro.
All right. Thank you, Dr.
All right. Of course, going back to the Another Perfect Day album from '83, one of my favorites from them, next to No Sleep to Hammersmith. Robbie Robinson was he was let go because he didn't really fit the image there. So instead of one guitar player, they decided to get two guitar players, Wurzel and Phil Campbell. Wurzel left in 1995, leaving just Lemmy, Mickey D, and Phil Campbell. The lineup carried on. Of course, Filthy Animal Taylor returned it to the group in about 1987 there for the album titled Rock and Roll, and remained it up till about 1992 when Mickey D came in. Then, of course, Lemmy decided to go clean-shaven for an album called Overnight Sensation. he did a couple interviews. One of them for the Behind the Music series, talking about Metallica and talking about how Headbangers Ball, the MTV show, got the screw job by that network, which he's spot on about. I was very disappointed when they did that, but enough about me. Lemmy kept to him, of course, kept touring, kept playing shows, putting out records. The last, I think one of the albums they put out was called Bad Magic, including some covers of Sympathy for the Devil, the Stones tune, and Heroes by David Bowie, which is interesting there. And of course, there's a documentary. Now, Keith, the documentary that was talking about, was this article back in 2010?
Oh, let me see. I already deleted the article. Let me go into my history.
Dude. Because there's on YouTube the two documentaries, the same documentary on him.
I got the date of the article. It's May 6, 2021.
Okay, there. I see. So it's a new documentary that's going to be coming out. Because there's already a documentary titled simply Lemmy, that features Dave Grohl, Joan Jett, Dave Viney of The Dam being interviewed. Lots of footage there from Lemmy and hang around in Los Angeles, which he made it to his dying day. Him having a conversation with Billy Bob Thornton, him on Loveline, that radio show there with Dr. Drew. And of course, other things there, him jamming with Dave Grohl on the Christmas tune there, their cover version of Run, Run, Rudolph, which I highly recommend. Better beats Mariah Carey any old damn time. And of course,
pretty much everything beats Mariah Carey.
Yeah, but the only thing is, I wish somebody would beat Mariah Carey in general. I'm sick of that bitch. Anyway.
I didn't come
on. I know. We don't condone
I
that.
know. So my apologies to everybody. Well, I'm not talking about actually beat her up. I was just saying putting something on her ass.
DMT would. You know what I mean?
Fuck that EMT.
Yeah.
He's a
I
creepball.
had a crush on this girl, and her favorite singer was Mariah Carey.
Oh, gosh.
All right, back to the music.
Okay, gotcha.
YR, did you just hear what I said?
Yeah,
What?
this is in the dating game. This is the dating hour. This
All right.
is in couples retreat. So
No, her favorite artist was.
this is a couples retreat. Back to the music. Thank you.
Yeah, thank
Dr.
you.
Brown.
Yeah, my bad. My apologies to everybody. I was like, what the fuck, girl? So, I wasn't really talking about beating her ass. I'm just seeing, beat her off the charts.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Remember, we got a bunch of queef balls out there getting defensive over every little thing. So, anyways, of course, Lemmy, kept touring despite having cancer, despite having type 2 diabetes. He recorded the theme song for Triple H. Not recorded one, but two there. He recorded The Game, and he also Bow to the King, which was the theme song for the Triple H faction, The Authority, in early 2014 there. And, of course, Lemmy died in 2015, a month after their drummer, Philthy Animal Taylor, passed away the month before, November. And I guess in 2017, the final piece in that classic lineup, Fast Eddie Clarke, he passed away in, I guess, 2017. And Wurzel, he passed away in 2011. Wow. And, of course, Mickey D is now with the Scorpions, as mentioned. And also, I guess Phil Campbell is putting together some sort of a project. I don't know what it is yet, but I've heard about it a couple times on various publications online. Now, of course, as we mentioned, Motorhead was a big player in the thrash heavy metal genre throughout the 1980s there. Songs like The Hammer, the song Motorhead, the song, of course, we cannot forget, of course, Ace of Spades, which is heavily overplayed on the radio a lot of times when you think about it there.
Wait, is Ace of Spades the one that goes, it's all about the game and how you play it?
No.
Oh.
No. The Ace of Spades chorus goes, it's the Ace of Spades. The Ace of Spades, yeah.
He's just trolling you, bro.
I know.
Stop trolling, please.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I only know one song. I only know one song from Motorhead.
Now's your chance to learn more songs, dude. That's what the purpose of the show is.
Okay.
Okay, don't okay me until you actually show it. Show me that you're listening to
Whoa.
Motorhead.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Better fucking bend the knee to Brown tonight, all right?
Damn straight. You know.
I don't bend the knee to anybody. I don't bend the knee to anybody.
I'm not going there. Okay. What I'm going to say next. Okay. All right. So Motorhead, big influence on heavy metal. He was considered one of the last big rock stars next to Keith Richards. You know, a lot of people are saying, you know, when the nuclear bomb hits, there was going to be two things left, Lemmy and all the bugs. But they forgot about Keith Richards, as I mentioned. Okay. Okay. Now, you said the only songs that you know from Motorhead, of course, basically is Ace of Spades and The Game. I remember you mentioned that a couple of years back on the Metal Maniacs show there. So I help you.
Oh, yeah, we have to mention.
Yep.
Hello.
Yo.
Did.
What?
Keith, did you want to start with the first year on that record?
Which record?
Keith, did you want to? Hello.
Keith, are you there?
Keith,
where are you? Don't tell me he's muted himself.
Keith is muted right now. Please unmute yourself, Keith.
Yeah, so we can hear you, dude.
Very important part of the show.
Yes. There you are.
Yo, what record? Yo.
The first record Motorhead ever came out with. What year was that? And what was the name on that, Keith? Please.
I know.
Oh, let me go check.
But I'll let the Keith find out.
Keith knows that's Keith's one of favorites. That's his favorite metal band, and I always argue with him about it behind the scenes, like, you know, Judas Priest, Motorhead, or whatever. He's like, nah, you know, Keith's attraction to front men that play bass guitars, like the band Rush. Keith's a big Rush guy as well. He's a big Motorhead, so that in general, Keith is drawn to.
Yeah. By the way, credit to Lemmy for the unique bass playing that he always did.
I mean, personally, real quick, personally, I really don't care for the bass, and I think it's kind of useless, honestly. Like, going to these shows and shit, being right in front of the bass, like, it's really like, I mean, I don't want to say it's useless, but it's like, why is it even there? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't really need a bass.
Well,
or do you? I don't know. Go ahead.
Because the bass guitar completes the songs. You got to think about that. I mean, like, when you think about it, if there was Judas Priest,
it's part of the rhythm section.
Absolutely, there. Like Geezer Butler or Ian Hill, you know, or Steve Harris.
I could send you some songs. I could send you some songs where the bass is prominent.
Yep.
That's why I like the White Stripes, because it was That's why I like the White Stripes, because it was always it's just drums, guitar, singer. So you know what I'm saying?
Don't forget.
Keith.
Right.
Yeah, but don't forget Jack White.
I know about that.
I'm talking.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Jack White detuned one of his guitars down so it'll sound like a bass guitar. He did that on Seven Army Nation. Listen to it and you see what I'm talking about. Right.
Yeah, I know about that. White Stripes doesn't have a bass bass guitar because they talked about that on the movie Freaky Friday.
Yeah, which later gave birth to the Black Keys.
Yep.
Black Keith?
Black Keys.
All right. Yeah, Black Keys I heard on the radio a couple of times back in Michigan there. I think they're still putting out records there. Even though the Stripes broke up.
Yo. This is Motorhead is a self-titled debut studio album by British rock band Motorhead. It was released on August 21st, 1977 via Chiswick Records, one of the first for their label.
Yep. All right. And included the songs Motorhead and I guess another one called Vibrator, if I'm correct. Because but some of those songs were released on the EMI America compilation called Motorhead the Early Years that I guess came out in 95, 96. I asked one of the guys who worked at Record Time to play it for me. It's like, oh, wow, Vibrator. That's an interesting tune there.
All right.
All right, there. All right. Of course, the ones we all know are the ones I mentioned: Overkill, Ace of Spades, Bomber, which I had on vinyl back in the day. There, pretty good stuff there. Lawman, there's one of them. Sweet Revenge was another of them. Pretty good stuff there. And who's got their vibrator going? All right. And
Not me.
All right. Vikings,
Not
are you
me.
here? Vikings? Is he on the call?
Let me see.
No, he's not there. I thought he probably popped in and showed his
Vikings is banned.
again. Can I say this about Vikings? I will let the subject drop. He calls me an Ewok. He calls me an Ewok, as you know, but yet he looks like Jabba the Hutt with a dollar store toupee glued onto his numbskull. All right, then.
So is there a list somewhere that we can keep up with who's banned and who isn't?
All right.
There is a list, or it's a paper list. It's
Ooh.
it's in the cloud of our community minds.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's your.
Oh.
Sometimes there's people banned on the list. Sometimes we take them off the list. Sometimes we put them back on.
Yeah.
Situation with Vikings fan, he's just too unhinged. He's on this drama binge, and
I know.
we don't do
dude.
We don't do the drama bullshit.
Not on the
drama's
music
banned in the
show.
community. So
Another time, another place, maybe so, but not on this program, dudes.
Yeah.
All right, there. Okay, there. Of course, definitely Keith got to look up these songs. We Are the Road Crew, which is a homage to all the road crews out there, putting it together and setting up and taking down the band's equipment one by one, lighting stage. It definitely tells you a funny. The lyrics are kind of cool, definitely there. You got to give Lemmy his due as a lyricist as well there. He was able to make things rhyme with simple as a bees.
We were our own road crew.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, you got to tell. Did you show YR the videos that one of them you sent me? That's on your channel there from 2012.
Well, there's 10 of them there now.
Oh wow, damn! And that's you on the doing this singing and playing guitar. I remember. Yes.
Right.
Nice. You got to check them out, YR. Our boy Ark loaded some vintage performances of himself and his old band on his channel right now. Definitely worth checking out, everybody.
And I guess they'll stay up as long as, because they've already got copyright claims, which I don't understand.
Really?
Which doesn't matter. Yeah. Which doesn't
Again?
it doesn't matter because I'm not monetized anyway. But it's just kind of weird. They hit almost immediately.
But yet,
it's kind of like these are covers. These aren't the original songs. Well, they are, but not by the original groups.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the covers get copyright claim.
I don't know why they
That's
would.
kind of weird.
I don't get it. You know, that's I mean, you look at every other. I mean, there's a band called Lilac that I mentioned a couple times in the show. They did covers of. They did a cover of "Close My Eyes Forever." The lead up for it, an Ozzy tune there. I don't know if that got hit by copyright or whichever. There, it's still up there. I know.
Well, they're still up there, but they have. If I get monetized, they'll get the money, which is
not bad, which is not
that.
good. Yeah. I gotta still do that for my channel, but the thing is, I did gotta have 1,000 subscribers to get that done, if I'm correct.
Well, I don't know. I got 9.
Oh wow!
And got hit.
Oh wow!
Oh wait, Keith. Well, Dr. Brown already answered this. Keith, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
Did you take any shits today, brother?
Yes.
Hard,
I took
soft.
one at 9 a.m.
Can you explain the experience, please? Hard, soft stool.
It was hard stool. Yeah.
I must be coming down.
It was hard
or something like that. What the fuck, dude? But then again, working in the stupid cooler all day there doesn't help. Yeah. Which is what I do at my job there. So definitely probably when we get done grocery shopping later on this evening, I'll probably take a small nap.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. All right. So, Keith, is your new duty now to look up various songs by Motorhead to check it out. Other than the game, other than Ace of Spades, check out, Snaggletooth, Killed My Death, one of my favorites from them, included the video for that track. Another favorite of mine called I'm So Bad, Baby, I Don't Care, which is the ultimate attitude song right there.
What if I don't want to look them up?
Then you don't have to.
Yay! Hooray!
But you're missing out.
Correct. Yeah. You can't you can't stay in that Cedar world forever, dude. I tried doing that with my ex-girlfriend, but all she did was bitch and queef about it. And I want to listen to Manashama. I want to listen to J-Rock. I want to listen to Phantasmagoria. I want to listen to wee. It's like, first of all, girl, they look like the Jap versions of Poison, and they sing in Japanese, so I don't know what the fuck they're singing there. But then again, she had a crush on one of their guitar players named Manasama, who looked like that drag member of Motley Crue that didn't make the audition.
So, do you think Motley Crue is classic rock or no?
It is now in terms of radio.
40 years ago. 40 years ago, Keith.
Yeah.
What
Okay.
in the 2000s on the oldies stations, 40 years from the 2000s, what was that? Before that? It
1982.
was like 60s, 70s, and the 2000s.
Yeah. 81,
I just got a
82.
clip sent. I just got a clip sent to me. Let me play it here. It's pretty
go
good.
ahead.
Load it up here real quick.
All right, there. Who's it by?
I don't know. Someone just sent it to me. One of the birdies out there. One of the minnows. Let's go ahead and play it right now. Let's see what it is.
Okay, there.
Everyone be quiet.
I'm interested in it. Yep.
Everyone shh. Oh, wait, you don't hear it?
No, I don't.
No.
No.
Even the clip's being quiet.
Huh, I don't know what it is. What the heck?
All right. Try it one more time. Let's see. Here we
Okay.
go. Keith, Dr. Brown already answered this. Keith, are you there?
I hear it.
Yeah, I'm here.
Did you take any shits today, brother?
Yes.
Hard, soft.
Going at 9 a.m.
Can you explain the experience, please? Hard, soft, stool.
It was hard stuff.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
You hear Brown at the end?
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Just play it one more time. You got to hear
I
Mr.
know.
Brown. Dr. Brown already answered this. Keith, are you there?
I heard it.
Yeah, I'm here.
Did you take any shits today, brother?
Yes.
Hard, soft.
Going at 9 a.m.
Can you explain the experience, please? Hard, soft, stool.
It was hard stuff.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah, no. I was going to say, the hard stool is a bit easier to wipe.
Right. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go, there.
All right, so back to the music.
All right, there. All right, so anybody do it? You got to play those sound bites a lot more when you go live, dude. They often add. They help a lot.
I created that whole thing.
I know, yeah. I see it. I saw on the screen. They're pretty damn good. I got to give you one of those, but with some different sound effects there.
Yeah, you'll be copying off of me if you get the same thing. Go ahead, guys.
All right, there. So once again, I guess anybody has anything to say about Motorhead or anything else?
Well, we have to go down the list of albums and break them down. Keith, let's start with the first album and the year and the title on that, please.
Go right ahead.
All right. Motorhead was the first album. The year is August 21st, 1977.
What hit songs were off of there, Brown?
I think the one called Motorhead maybe maybe included on that album there. The song that he first did with Hawkwind.
Oh.
And by the way, the term Motorhead is for speed freak, which the Lemmy used to do a lot back in the day. There. In fact, he did a lot of speed. In fact, at one point he had to have I guess, new caps, new teeth placed in there. Because the speed apparently rots your teeth, taking the calcium out of its blood.
Have you ever seen the movie Spun? It's
Dr.
all
Brown,
about.
Yes, I have seen that. Dr. Brown, have you ever done Speeds?
Never.
All right.
Never have, never will.
Keith, that is a good movie, though.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Good song, good soundtrack there. It's a mixture of electronic artists and metal artists.
Wow,
Brown,
the,
you saw that
the
movie
Spun?
too?
The Spun soundtrack?
Spawn, yes. They had
Wow.
Marilyn Manson and the Sneaker Pimps doing the song called Long Hard Road Out of Hell, which was played at the City Club a lot of times. It has, yes, Kurt Hammett of Metallica playing with some electronic artists there. It was just about the same thing.
Like for Keith to understand, you know how like Wiz Khalifa or Snoop Dogg, like with weed to rap?
Yeah. Yes.
It's like Motorhead is like the speed with like rock, like speed.
More like
drugs
Jack
with rock.
Daniels.
You just said it
and
was
Barbados.
speed rock. It was for speed music. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
which
it's
is
a-
it? Is it Jack Daniels or is it a mixture of both?
Well, the name Motorhead, as I mentioned, is a term for a speed freak who does a lot of
Right.
speed there. One of the other guys who used to be in Frank Zappa's Mother's Invention, Jimmy Sherwood, he used to be nicknamed Motorhead because of the amount of speed he used to take. And, of course, but mostly Lemmy's vice was, of course, cigarettes, Jack Daniels, alcohol, which, by the way, is not a good mixture if you have type 2 diabetes. Keep that in mind.
Right.
Yeah.
Has anyone on this call ever had Jack Daniels?
Not me.
I've been wanting to try that out just to see what it's like because I'm not much of a booze guy.
Now, I have to tell people this during the AC/DC tribute. I was drinking a bit, and I did I wouldn't say I got drunk, but I did get a little bit past buzz. A little bit past buzz. I was feeling good, but had a margarita.
Right.
Basically, I didn't order any beers, but I had like it was a little bit under a half. Definitely under a half, but of my friends' beers, about 3 or 4 of them, they're probably equal to one beer.
Nice.
But I mean, I wasn't drunk, but it was definitely, you know what I'm saying? I don't really like it because the next day you're all, you know what I'm saying?
You're like, oh, dude.
Yeah, but
wow,
it was
maybe
margarita.
like that.
The margarita was nice, you know what I mean? And he had a Jack and Coke, and I had sipped on that a couple times as well. But
Right.
I know, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, I remember my sister and nephew got totally wasted at the Renaissance Festival last November there. Oh, dude. Thank goodness I didn't drink anything. I had to do the driving home.
They drank grog, or what is it called?
Grog. What's it called again?
Grog.
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 Grog. Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
Grog.
I think that's what James called it there. Yeah, they had a few of those there. And James, of course, the only know anything about the ride back was then James fucking around with the Top 40 station on the way back.
Oh, yeah.
What was the year on that first album, Keith?
1977.
Okay.
All right, then there's the Ace of Spades, came out in 1980.
Wait a minute. What about
what song? Let's break that down with the songs.
Hold on a second.
What songs?
There was 2 others before Ace of Spades, Overkill and Bomber.
Yeah, Overkill, 1979.
Yep.
Bomber, 1979.
Yep. Ace of Spades in 1980. I remember seeing the album cover there at the old record stop there.
Orgasmatron, 1986.
Yep.
Motorhead, 1991.
Mm-hmm.
Iron Fist, 1982.
Good song there.
Rock and Roll, 1987.
Yeah. Lemmy, by the way, was also during that time had a song called Eat the Rich, which was the theme song for a movie he co-starred in of the same title there. He was featured in that movie. It was a British comedy there.
Oh, all right.
Yep.
Let me give it.
Right.
Another Perfect Day, 1983.
Great album. Absolutely great.
Bastards. Yeah. Bastards, 1993.
Yeah, that typical the interesting track on that album. It's a ballad called "Please Don't Let Daddy Kiss Me," which is about incest, which it deals with that subject very tenderly. There, The lyrics in
All
that
right.
song just really tug at you, man.
Yeah.
All right.
March or
March or Die from
oh
92.
yeah. Oh, you could
Hello.
Hmm?
Hello. Has anyone on this call victims of incest?
No.
No.
Yes or no?
No.
All right.
Never.
No.
Never.
Thank you. All right, go ahead.
Oh, but if you watch the Carrie Underwood "Blown Away" music video, you could see that the Carrie Underwood's dad was into his daughter, Carrie. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
I
It's a
see what you're
PG show.
talking
Go
about.
ahead with
Okay,
the
then.
music. Thank you.
Okay, yeah.
Moving on.
Move on, dude.
Bad Magic 20 or March. Did I say this? March or Die 1992. I didn't
Yeah,
say it.
1992.
Yep.
Keith, you're not
That-
the one that's saving pictures of Joe Cronin's kids, are you?
No.
All right. Anyone on this call? No?
Nope.
Hard no on that. Thank you.
Bad
don't have
Magic 20.
I don't even
2015.
have pictures of his wife.
I haven't watched Joe Cronin in years.
Neither have I.
And Bad Magic 2015.
Yep.
Sacrifice 1995.
Mhm.
No Sleep Till Hammersmith 1981.
Great album, them. Best live album they did.
We Are Motorhead 2000.
Yep.
On Parole 1979.
Mm.
Inferno 2004.
Oh.
The World Is Yours 2010.
Ah.
Kiss of Death 2006.
Ah.
Hammered 2002. Motorizer 2008. Overnight
Sounds like we've hit
Sensation.
some new ones for Earl.
What's up?
Sounds like we've hit some new ones for Earl.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
Yeah, because back then there was where I lived at that time when those records came out. I was in Richmond, Michigan there, and the only record store they had at that time was a nearby Walmart, and most of that was, of course, the Main Street bullshit there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Oh, did I say Overnight Sensation?
I think you did. That was in
Oh, okay.
'97 with the
Oh, yeah.
clean-shaven Lemmy there.
Yeah, Aftershock 2013. Snake Bite Love 1998. Everything Louder Than whatever. 1999.
My bad.
Yeah, everything louder than everything else.
Yeah, I have the shirt
Clean-
with that title on the back there.
Oh, Clean Your Clock 2016. No Sleep at All 1988.
Another live album.
Louder Than Noise 2021. What's Words Worth 1983. Stage Fright 2005. The World Is Ours 2011. Live at Brixton Academy 2003. Hellraiser 3 Hell on Earth 1992. 25 and Alive. Oops, I clicked the wrong button. Oh man, hold on.
I thought you said 25 in life or something there.
Yeah. Let's see. 25 and Alive.
Hold on a minute.
Bone
We have breaking
Shaker.
news.
What?
Keith and Brandon Ark, we have breaking news. There's another mass shooting in Tulsa. If anyone wants to look it up, read on that real quick.
Let me look it up right now.
Okay.
there. Okay.
You look it up.
I'll do that right now. Go ahead, Keith, there.
Live at Brixton. Oh no, Better Motorhead. That whatever. 2007. The Lost Tapes, Volume 1, 2021. Live at Brixton, 1994. Aftershock 2013. Hit Collection 2003. The World Is Ours 2012. Everything Louder 1991. Deaf Not Blind 1986. The Lost Tapes Volume 3 2022. Eat the Rich 1987. The Best of Motorhead 2002.
Ah. All right. So that's all of them, I guess?
Yes.
All right, there. They would put out a lot of albums regardless of what label they were on there. They were on a lot of labels.
Yeah.
Bronze, Sony, CMC International, a lot of them there. All right, got the article that Wire told me about. 3 dead and multiple people injured in the shooting in Tulsa, Oklahoma Medical Center there. The suspect is also deceased, according to police. 3 people are dead and multiple people are injured following the shooting at the Natalie Building at St. Francis Hospital in Tulsa, Oklahoma on Wednesday, according to police. Police received a call of a man walking with a rifle near a medical office. When police responded, they said it turned into an active shooter situation. According to Tulsa Police Captain Richard Manuelberg, I think that's how it's pronounced, when the police entered the building, they found multiple people shot. He said, quote, officers immediately rushed to the second floor where the shooting was taking place. When they got there, they found a few people had been shot. A couple were dead at that time. We also found that at that time who still believe that the shooter, because he had a long rifle and a pistol with him. Now, Tulsa PD said the shooter is now dead. It was unclear if it was shot by police or suicide. We don't know. Police said they are going through the 5-story medical complex room by room to secure the building. We are doing a massive floor by floor, room by room search. It's calmed down now. We're trying to connect people. We're hoping to not find any more victims there. The Tulsa Police Department said they had to stay away from the area while that reunification for families will be at Memorial High School on the west side of LaFortune Park. Wow. Sad. Another school shooting in a medical center. Wow. What the fuck? What the fuck, dude? What the fuck is up with these motherfuckers?
Yeah. I'm in favor of common sense gun laws.
Oh, it depends what kind of law. Well, it's before you say gun laws, what about mental illness gun laws? Because a lot of these shooters had mental issues. Remember the guy that shot Gabrielle Giffords years back? He was gloomy as fuck. You look at his mugshot, he looks like Slop from the Goonies, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they do gun laws and try to stop it, it's not going to work because the people that want to kill other people will either find a gun somehow or use something else.
Black market, or like a baseball bat, tire iron, or a rope, or a necktie. Doesn't matter there. Big butcher knife there. It doesn't really matter.
Gun laws are not going to stop killings.
No, it's not there. The only way to stop killings is to recognize the signs of this loony bin about to go off there. And too many times people forget that there's somebody out there who's showing signs, but everybody's like, oh, la-dee-da, who cares? Oh, he's just a whack job. Let's carry on with our picnic, boys and girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. All right, there. All right. Well wishes to those injured, and our thoughts and prayers to the 3 dead and their families and friends there. Hope they figure out what happened there on the long run there. All right. I guess is this it, guys, for our Big British Series finale there, I guess? If I'm correct? Hello?
What's that?
What's up?
What did you say?
I was asked so I guess this concludes the final installment of our Big British 6 series there.
Right.
All right there, yes. All right. Once again, Motorhead, the loudest of the loud, as I call him. You know, still lives on. The bands like Avenged Sevenfold, Anthrax, Metallica, and all the others out there. And the Triple H's as well. Right. As he still uses theme music when he was still wrestling. Right.
And I guess the next show, which is tomorrow night?
Yes, it is. Tomorrow night, we're going to be taking a look at...
Are we going to throw Thin Lizzy in the mix or no?
I don't think they're one of the big ones, but
we could probably do but they have a lot of our album. But you know, that's one of the bands that should have really made it big here in America. When you think about it, there, because everybody only knows 2 songs of them.
Well, that was what I was going to talk about here in a minute. Was tomorrow night we're going to discuss bands or artists
Yep.
that we think a lot of that never really made it big here, but should have
Absolutely.
for whatever reason. It's not just somebody that had one or two songs we like, but it's somebody that had a bunch of music that they may have hit it big in the UK, they may have hit it big in Europe, they may have hit it big somewhere else, but not in America.
Yeah. I know.
So I guess that would be the theme for tomorrow's show.
Absolutely, there. I'm all for it there. Because, like I said a couple of times, there are a lot of artists and bands out there that I felt should have gotten the well-deserved recognition. I got to feel it there. Believe me, man. I got a long list. Definitely for Shizzle. All right, there.
Yeah.
All right, there. I guess this concludes our final installment of our series there, folks. Want to shout out to IR, Keith, for coming back to the show. Arknolia Stroke of Being as well there. All right. And we will see you tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern when we take a look at the subject that we just mentioned, artists that should have made it big, according to us. And we also give a shout out to everybody else.
It's personal opinion, but still.
That's true there, yeah. Of course, everybody's going to be like, oh, you're serious? Are you serious? I said, damn right.
They had 25 albums. What do you think?
Exactly. Precisely. One of them, Thunder and Lightning, which is a badass of a record there. Songs like Angel of Death. All right there. All right. For YR, Arknolia, Keith, and myself, we will see you guys tomorrow night, same bat time, same bat station, 7 p.m. Eastern. And we'll see you guys later on. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening. Bye-bye. All right, there. All right.